Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I wanted to discuss art in the news. Now, I'm going to be discussing a news case that is only 49 years old. So I would like to ask that with some of the things I link down below, please be tactful and respectful. There are still living family members that are well aware of what has happened. Now, this takes place Tuesday, December 18th, 1973. At almost 2 in the morning, two men named Carl and Henry went to the Taft Museum. Now, this is a museum in the city of Cincinnati, in the state of Ohio, located in the United States. And they pointed a gun at a guard and basically went up into the second floor and stole two paintings. Now, he was later found taped to a chair, and these two men, Carl and Henry, along with their getaway driver named Raymond, took the two paintings, which are called Portrait of an Elderly Woman or Portrait of an Old Woman. And this painting is called Rembrandt Leaning on a Windowsill. Now, both of these are painted by Rembrandt, and he is considered a Dutch Golden Age painter. These were painted in the 1640s, and at the time of the theft, this painting was valued at $250,000, and this one was valued at $80,000. Now, newspaper headlines found out about the theft, and they ran articles that read, "Two Taft Rembrandt stolen," and "Art theft triggers international hunt." So the FBI and the Interpol were absolutely brought in to help locate these paintings. Now, at that very same day of the 18th, that evening, a gentleman who goes by the name of James, he contacted a Taft Museum committee member, and he said that he believes he might be able to get the two paintings back. He meets with this committee member in a public location and says, "Hey, if I can find these two paintings, can I have a finder's fee?" Now, he pulls from his shoe a piece of paper that has two locations, two drop points of paintings, and there's nothing there. He gets in contact with the thieves, Carl and Henry, and they agree to return one of the paintings as proof that they stole it. So they were willing to return Portrait of an Elderly Woman to prove that they had actually stolen both paintings. Now, James is given a location of this painting, which is a farm. He goes and he picks this painting up. What he decides to do next was absolutely his choice. He decided not to go to the police first. He decided not to go to the museum first. He decided first to call a local news station. He meets with a local newsman named Al, and the two of them at a bar get together and talk, and he shows from his car that he has this painting. Then, the evening of December 20th at 11 p.m., 2 days after the paintings were stolen, a news report airs. And in that news report that airs, we have Al, we have James, we have the committee member from the Taft Museum, and we have Portrait of an Elderly Woman. And in this news report, James is discussing how he found it in a barn. He's discussing his intermediary relationship between the thieves and the Taft Museum. Meanwhile, the cops are just right off camera on set, and they're mad. Now, I'm going to show you a portion of this. I will link this. Please be respectful if you decide to leave a comment on this video.
You have heard of the theft of the two valuable Rembrandt paintings from Cincinnati's Taft Museum and the search and the attempt to recover them. You have, in our studio, you will see here, one of those paintings. It has now been recovered.
Okay. That's the actual video that took place December 20th, 1973. Now, after this airs, this painting goes into police custody and there are more phone calls. Carl and Henry, the thieves, are now demanding a ransom for the second painting. They want $200,000 or they're going to burn it. Now, James does his best to talk with them, negotiate with them, and eventually $100,000 is agreed upon from the Taft Museum endowment. And this money in small unmarked bills is placed in like a freezer of some sort, an ice box. The thieves count the money, make sure it's all there, contact everybody with a location of this of the second piece, and the police are able to then go and they find this piece in a vacant house under some steps. Now, the entire time that this is taking place, the police are just waiting, and once they have the painting in their custody, they go and they arrest everyone. They arrest Henry, they arrest Carl, and they arrest the getaway driver, Raymond. Now, this goes to court. Absolutely as it should. Plot twist number 1. There is a gentleman by the name of Donald. And Donald turns out to be a secret informant who is given partial immunity for his testimony. And this is his testimony. Donald has figured out how to steal 2 paintings from the Taft Museum. He enlists the help of 2 people he knows, Carl and Henry. Carl and Henry decide to double cross him and do it without him. Once Carl and Henry steal the paintings, they realize they don't know what to do with them. So they have to contact Donald, who contacts someone he knows. A gentleman by the name of James, who is a dealer in stolen merchandise. For the testimony of these 4 defendants, they are given a deal if they all agree. Henry, James, Donald, and the getaway driver Raymond all agree to testify against James for a reduced sentence. James is found guilty, and he is charged with the crimes of extortion, harboring a felon, and receiving stolen goods. After 27 months, he is paroled. Plot twist number 2. These gentlemen stole the wrong paintings. They stole lesser value Rembrandts because the higher value Rembrandt paintings had been moved to a different floor of the museum, and they did not know that. They stole the wrong ones. Plot twist number 3, which is absolutely my favorite plot twist. These paintings were not painted by Rembrandt. And art experts later determined this, and you will find these paintings, Rembrandt leaning on a windowsill, listed as imitator of Rembrandt, and portrait of an elderly woman listed as formerly attributed to Rembrandt. So, this whole thing by all these gentlemen took place 49 years ago. The wrong painting, not Rembrandt paintings. And they were all in on it together. I hope you found this interesting. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.